Using these lovely zesty colours, greens and yellows today. With a dryish brush, brushing the watercolour paint over the page from one side of the page to the other. Not worrying that the paint isn't covering the whole of the page. In fact, just letting that happen because you're using the texture of that page to create some detail in your painting. Got some pencils in the same colour that I've actually used for the paint, so they're just cheap pencils, nothing special, and I'm just going to put some marks on there and just see what that looks like. I'm going to start off with this green, circles in the negative space, linking them together. I do like working with pencils. I think feel really nice when you can feel, you know, the lead and administering it onto the paper. Really nice kind of sensation, I think. So just doing these lovely bubbles around here. And there's already some lovely marks made by the paint, where it's caught the paper but not quite saturated it, so that's quite nice. I decided to bring these up here and maybe come back down again. I'm just going to add some yellow circles in there, just give it a bit of zing. Okay, looks so there's like little lines here, so I'm just going to utilise those. Just bringing down some lines to the next block of paint, pulling that down. That offers a bit of shading in the white, so it's not so in your face. Just softens it up a little bit, I think. Adding some yellow lines to the top, just as a bit of shading. Just adding to your picture, slowly building it up. Just have a bit of fun with it. Bit of playtime. Have some shading here. So you can do any patterns you want, whatever pops into your mind. Just give it a go, see whether you like it. Doesn't really matter if you don't like it. You can just see it as a learning curve. You're just trying to find out what you do like. So just see it as an experiment. And just going sideways here, changing that shading, changing the angle. I quite like the way that looks, like yellow against the green. I didn't think I'd be able to see that pattern, but I can, so that's great. The shading here. Bring that sideways down. Some of that yellow over here. And sometimes you want to go back to things because you think, that doesn't look quite right. I think I can improve it. That's fine. Do what you got to do. Try not to worry too much about it. Pulling down that colour a little bit. Still leaving a bit of white there. I love these colours, they're so zesty and vibrant. Lines. Coming down to the next block of paint. Some green lines here. I can hardly see that, so I'm going to change. Well, I think what I'll do some round in yellow, and then I'm just going to add some greeny kind of colours, sort of scribble them on top. Yeah, I think that's worked. That's offered a really vibrant kind of bit of colour mixing going on there. The blue and the yellow. Lovely. I really like that. Green shading to this yellow band. The thing I really like about cold press watercolour paper is that it's already got a texture of its own, so you can utilise that and add it to your picture. It sort of adds just that little bit of depth. Yellow bands here. Some yellow little balls just there. Might add a bit of yellow to these ones, see what happens there. Some lines coming down. Just going to add a little bit of shading here to this. Corner looks a bit bland. Bit of shading there. Just so subtle. Hardly really notice them, but they do offer something. You really want to see them. I like it when things are a little bit subtle. You have to really look. Makes it a bit more interesting. Okay, so I'm going to outline this. A lovely edge. So it'll look nice. Even without a frame, it's got its own frame. So you can just put it up on the side. That's what I do with some of these. I haven't got enough frames. I've got loads of pictures up on the wall, but if I haven't got any space left on the wall, I just lean these little pictures up against something until I get bored with it, or paint something else I like better, and then I just replace them, which is great. I love the sound of the tape coming off. Don't know about you, but that is so satisfying. So you can see here the lovely painting. Love the colours. I think it's turned out really well. And you can see the patterns here that's left by the cold pressed watercolour paper, which has been really effective. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, maybe like and subscribe, maybe leave me a comment, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, bye bye.